Welcome back to the Paranormal Review, and today we have a video called Bigfoot Was Here. Huge prints found on Sandbar on isolated location. Uploaded by Sasquatch. Okay, so this is a channel about Sasquatch. I used my kayak and paddled 2 miles to this location and came across these huge footprints leading up the hill. I couldn't tell where they went once I got over to the kayak's other side. But you can only get to this location by boat. There are no hiking trails at all to this area. My phone also overheated as usual and the video was cut short. Convenient. Which was a shame because I got several vocals and tree snaps across the water in the forest. Next time, I'm taking a sound recorder for sure. Alright, I want to know where that next time is, okay? Give me that next time so maybe you can prove me wrong, but let's get started.
Where I was going to go. But as I came up here, I got to noticing. And I have small feet. I have a size 10 shoe. As you can see, they're not very big. But as I came up here, and this is mine. This is my track here. Goes up the hill. And I walked up here to the edge and I saw these.
Alright guys, so those ones on the left are his shoe. The ones that you saw a second ago. These ones here are the supposed Sasquatch creature that he's talking about. Okay, the problem with these footprints is there's no definition, there's no detail. These could be shoes. It's just obvious that the wind or it's rained. I mean, you can kind of see some spots down here where it looks like it's rained. Even if it hasn't rained, the wind has blown enough over these things so you cannot tell if there's toes or if it's a shoe. Okay.
Huge.
Supposedly they're huge.
Huge footprint.
But even his feet look huge.
It's hard to see the screen.
Okay, we're gonna go back to his in a second.
There's one right here.
And apparently there's another one way up there, but I see another impression here. I see one there, I see one there, I see one there. They're not that far apart, even though he's pointing at different things, okay?
Go right up to here and I'll take you up there and show you where they go.
And it's also possible that he's putting his footprints way closer together on purpose, okay? And he's saying that he only wears a size 10, but, you know, if you drag your feet, you know, and also, let me just show you this footprint, okay? Let's look at this footprint, for example. Right now, it's that size. But as the wind blows this down, it's going to get shallower and it's going to get wider because these ridges here are going to get blown into the middle of it. So this footprint, even though it's this big right now, over the next couple of days, it's going to be more like that big, okay? Especially some of these lower ones. Look at this one down here and just do the same thing to it, okay? It's going to go down there. This is going to cave in. It's going to get way longer back here because of how steep that went down in there. It's going to look a lot bigger than it really is. Let's continue.
Look at this one.
Okay. This one, the thing is, like I said, it's hard to tell because there's no, dang it.
My foot, let me just show you. My white feet, you're going to love them.
Okay, my problem with this one is, this is the footprint, okay? This is the outline. And even though it's lost the detail, if there was toes there, it would lose the detail, or if it was a shoe, it would lose the detail. But despite that, look at the shape of this, okay? It's very uniform. It goes this way, goes around this way. That appears to be the outline of a shoe, okay?
That is huge. Here's my hand inside of it. That thing is humongous.
Like I said, it's possible that something walked along, dragged their feet, made a huge print, okay? It's either an accident or it could be on purpose. It might not even be a footprint. It might just be wind marks from the wind.
That is a huge print. There's another one.
And if it was muddy that day and the footprint was pretty deep, a small foot could create a print that looks that big after it's been beaten down by the wind, after the rain rains on it, it caves in. You can make a very, very large footprint appear after a few days from a small foot.
And they're not for someone going up a hill, you can look at my feet. How close I am together going up a hill.
If you're running, especially, the footprints are going to be bigger. You know, someone's running down the hill, their footprints are going to slide a little bit, making a larger print. And they're actually going to be farther apart too, even in the sand. Try it. Go to your local place with sand, run down a hill. Let's see what I mean.
Not be as much. This one's more about a 2-foot stride. And same with that one. It's getting smaller as it goes up. But when you're going uphill, you're not going to be...
And how does he know it's going uphill? There's no foot direction.
A huge stride. But you can see him.
You know, I mean, even when I point out that curve looks like a shoe print, I might not be right because of how The sand collapses and blows around in the wind.
Now, this is a public lake, so people can come out here and they can get to this spot. And I have seen people out here on weekends. But we have had rain for the last 3.5 days.
All right, there you go, guys. Rain. Just like I said. So that rain,
cloudy nonstop.
that rain's beat that sand down and made these prints bigger from whatever it is. Even if it is a real Bigfoot, those prints are bigger than it would have been without the rain. Okay.
There's some stuff back there moving in, but my phone's getting hot. I can feel it. I don't know. I think it may be this case, but you can see there's been a fire down there. Point that out. Someone that's very, very old. You can tell. Here's some, looks like some kind of dog, canine prints. But,
alright guys, if it's rained,
I mean,
then those dog prints are not that old.
Nothing, nowhere compared to those. Nothing. Those are huge. And they went up here, and as they get up here, they were washed out again. And probably because this is where the rain...
Even he knows that the rain washed him out, okay?
It's going to wash a lot of sand away. Here's where they went to.
Alright guys, and supposedly that's where the phone dies, okay? Now, I'm not trying to bash this guy, but, you know, I mean, it's possible it's a Bigfoot. That is a possibility, but when there's many other things that could be, like a human just before it started raining, or even while it was raining walking his dog, or whatever, it's most likely, you gotta assume the most logical, most likely things first before going into more unlikely things, and then only then when there's evidence to support that it is that unlikely thing. So in this case, am I more inclined to say this is a Bigfoot or a human? Okay, well, even he said there's humans there, and he's seen them there before. Secondly, the prints do look big, but the stride is not that large. Okay? I mean, is it larger than a normal person? Yes, but this creature could be going up the hill, it could be going down the hill. With how the rain and the wind has degraded those footprints, there's no way to really tell. So if he was going down the hill, it's easier to make larger footprints going down a hill, especially if you're running as a human. So that's also possible. And, you know, this location, I mean, there's plenty of trees, so I mean, that is possible that it could be a Sasquatch or a Bigfoot. But what's more likely, guys? Gotta use logic. And who knows on this one? I mean, it could be real, but like a lot of these ones, we have to say, you know what? It's most likely a human. Anyways, guys, until next time, please subscribe. We'll talk to you guys later.